Let's keep working on the lessons sidebar, and right now I prefer to extract the markup of this header with a couple of icons into a separate component. So let's open up the playlist lessons component, which stores markup that we need to extract. Right here I'm going to cut all this markup of the lesson header, and we'll use a new component with the name playlist lessons header. We're going to create new file inside components folder, and right here I'm going to paste the markup that I have just cut. As you can see, this markup uses a couple of SVG codes, but since we already use component to render icons called icon, it's better if we reuse this component for those two icons in this component as well. But firstly, we need to find proper icons. Earlier we have installed module called Nuxt icon, which provides us with icons, and right down here we have defined aliases for some icons in order to have short icon names. So right now I'm going to add a couple more entries into this object with aliases. Firstly, I'm gonna open up icons website where we can grab icon names. Since we're using hero icons icon set, let's choose this set right here and search for the first icon called globe. Right here I'm going to use the full icon name and assign it to an alias in our project called globe. Same thing I'm going to do with another icon. An alias of this icon I'm gonna call bracket, but as for the full icon name, let's copy this name from here and assign it to the alias in the aliases object. And what we have to do next is to reuse icon component. I will grab usage of this component from here and paste it into playlist lessons header component. Right here we're gonna reference first icon called globe. Let's not forget and also use these CSS classes on this component. And with that, we no longer need this SVG markup. Let's get rid of it and do the same with another icon. We'll also use icon component, but specify another name, which is bracket in this case. And CSS classes will remain the same. So let's get rid of this SVG markup and check it out in a browser. By the way, I forgot to specify proper prefix in icon names, so let's get back to nuxt.config.ts and use hero icon prefix in front of each icon name right here. And with that, we are ready to check the result in the browser. And in case something will not show up properly, it's good to restart development server and try again. As you can see in my case, everything is looking good. We still see those icons, but this time they are represented as a separate Nuxt icon components. For readability's sake, we can also create an array of links and render each element of this array as a separate icon in a loop. Let's do it right now. I'm going to define an array of links. Each object of this array is going to contain two fields, to and icon. To field is going to store URL of the link, and icon field is gonna store the name of an icon to render. And right now I'm going to render Nuxt link components in the loop. So let's use v-for directive, iterate over array of links. Let's use icon property as the key and reference to property to provide URL to the link. And in order to render different icon for each array entry, we have to reference icon property right here to show corresponding icon for each object in the links array. And so far everything is looking good. Let's also try to click those icons. We're expected to be redirected to proper pages. As you can see, our links work fine. So in this lesson we have created additional component to store markup of the lesson header, and each icon in this component is also represented as a separate Vue component called Nuxt icon. Let's keep going in the next lesson.